So far, 147.775 for Oregon State. And they need a 49.225. You see they've adjusted Washington's score, 146.925. Oregon State needs the 49.225 in the final rotation to hit 197 for the second time in 4 days and for the third time this year.
Yeah, Huskies season high floor total for them. They did a really nice job, which is important because vault is their lowest scoring event.
Yeah, their previous high on floor was 49.175. And Carly Chavez, after the apparent left knee injury on vault, is out of the lineup. Taylor DeVries slots right into that second slot in the floor rotation, and she has competed on floor just once in her collegiate career. More on her in a moment. First of all, we'll start things off with Savannah Miller. The Beavers' usual floor leadoff. Had a season high 9.87 on Friday. Also was on bars earlier this meet. For the second time this year, had a 9.775.
She is super powerful. Check out the height on these tumbling passes. Opens up. That's exactly what you want to do. Gave the judge a little nod, like you saw that, right?
Does a wink help?
You never know. Floor coach Katiana Kell has done a phenomenal job this week. They worked on various performance dance challenges, but also said their focus was on keep it up and step it up. Find where you can raise the bar. Those 3 tumbling passes, very nice control. I like how high up she works on toe as well.
Oregon State, 3rd in the country on beam, 7th in the country on floor. Averaging 49.315.
Closes with a double tuck. Big deep breath. Again, the height. Excellent. A little bit of a bigger lunge. Could get a slight deduction on control there, but exactly what you want in your leadoff.
So powerful. Savannah Miller, here's the pass, and then a little look at the judge.
Double pike, great toe point, and then, yep. Engagement with the audience, engagement with your teammates, with the judges, just shows that you are so confident, you've got so much control.
And presence.
And exactly, and presence. That just shows her mastery of floor.
To hit 197, Oregon State, with their 5 counting scores, need to average 9.85 in this floor rotation. There's Kristen Lynn and her vault for Washington.
All your Chingo pulls in this Husky lineup, and an awesome stick.
That was just moments ago.
We saw her stick her bar dismount and also nails the vault.
Sophomore from Santa Clara, California, and the Kings Academy. So here is Taylor DeVries. She was expected to exhibition on floor, but in the wake of the injury to Carly Chavez, here she is, 2nd in the lineup. Opening meet this year, she competed on floor for the first time in her collegiate career at a 9.65.
Difficult combination here of a 1.5, but to a front full and out of bounds there. So 1/10, you saw the yellow flag go up. She was a little bit crooked, which is what led her out of bounds there. More front tumbling here. We'll do a Rudy, 1.5 twists. Much better landing, but a little bit of crossed feet in the air. Nice precision on her leaps. Lots of twisting in this routine. She closes with a 2.5 twist. Hard to end with. Good job saving that, the step over deduction, and good job to crawl away from the white line there. Close in the corner, you can see she tries to avoid it on her way up as well.
Former bars specialist Taylor DeVries, her second competitive collegiate floor routine.
So you can see her twisting, got the legs crossed, and then does a crossover step there, but really good awareness to know how close she is to the white line.
And she sold it well, Taylor DeVries. And this is the vault of Emily Ennis, the junior from Pittsburgh.
We saw how powerful she is on floor and again on vault. She was leadoff. They moved her down in the lineup to get her scores up where they should be. Again, it should not matter where you are in the lineup, but scores tend to rise. With all fulls in the lineup with the 995 start value for the Huskies, those landings are very important.
Sage Thompson going third. By the way, Savannah Miller leading it off. Matched her career high with a 9-9 on floor. The 8th time she's done it, and the first time since last year's Pac-12 championships. Awaiting the score of Taylor DeVries, and then Sage Thompson has posted a career high tying 9-9 each of the last 2 home meets, including 3 nights ago. Knock hard to the 9-9 on floor 3 times in her career. How much of an impact did the fact that this team competed 3 nights ago in this building have on tonight?
You know, like I said, they practiced. They did this intentionally. They scheduled it this way so they can emulate what's happening, will happen at regionals and hopefully at nationals. But it feels like the energy is a little bit lower. It's really hard on your body. And it's also, you know, 5 weeks into the academic quarter. You're at midterms. Everyone I know is sick right now as well. I know that sickness has been going through college gymnastics teams. So it's a test for your depth. Not only is it a physical test, though, it's a mental test for these athletes.
9-6 for Taylor DeVries. That is a half a tenth off of her first competitive floor routine. And so the Beavers certainly want to put a red line through that. And now Sage Thompson, the senior from Lehigh, Utah, had a 9.925 on bars earlier tonight.
She really has such technically sound tumbling. Very beautiful technique. And we see that pass a lot. But Sage just does it a little bit better, a little bit cleaner.
I've got some questions to answer now with the injury to Carly Chavez. We hope that she's not going to be out. Remains to be seen, but Chavez had a 9.825 on Friday, 9.875 3 weeks ago, and we saw the 9.6 by DeVries. So what will they do with that slot in the lineup?
Just nailed this double pike on Friday. See if she can get the landing. Beautiful. Chest up, toes pointed. That is just a stunning double pike.
She was miles in the air.
And, you know, that she does 2 tumbling passes, so does the extra leaps for bonus there. But it is gorgeous. The full package Sage Thompson is, between the dance and the tumbling.
For a career high 9.9.
Double pike coming up. But what? I mean, the toes, the legs, the position in her tumbling. You could freeze frame that.
And that has to compare
Find.
pretty favorably to her career high.
It should, yes. Now, whenever I feel like we say that, then the judges do see something different. They're at a different angle than we are. But I've just really loved watching her grow here, find her love for gymnastics. She really wanted to be more than just a bar worker, which is where she excelled so much at Utah.
Got a 9.9 from one judge. Mary McDonough, Franklin, Tennessee native, sophomore for the Huskies, averaging 9.785 on vault.
They have yet to break 9.8 on vault. Mary, a little bit taller, and has a really pretty layout full vault. Normally, really beautiful position in the air.
She's their anchor. And in the meantime, Sophia Esposito, fourth in the lineup for Oregon State.
Front through just a double pike. No back handspring. Awesome height. You don't have to do the back handspring. You can get enough power out of your round off like she can.
9-9 on Friday after a 9.85 in all three previous floor routines this year.
McDonough's vault. Excellent. Just this hot back.
Mary McDonough on the left. Sophia Esposito now front and center.
She is also the package of power, height, but the leaps, the height and the execution on her leaps is really stunning. You know, it's this really powerful music, but with her toe point and extension, it looks graceful also. Front layout to the booty. Excellent landing. That was her first pass last year.
All right. Sophia Esposito, and that was on the heels of a career high tying 9-9 for Sage Thompson. That score coming in and being posted during Esposito's routine.
That last pass, front layout to the Rudy. She's stoked. Such a dynamic athlete. Also can be in the bar lineup. She's had just some lingering back issues that have bothered her more on bars than any other event, but it's an event where, you know, when she adds that back in, she is a really, really competitive all-arounder.
48.775 for the Washington Huskies on vault. That's just off their high this year of 48.85.
That awesome 9.85 from Mary McDonough gives her a new career high all-around score.
And again, if you're just joining us, Washington has only 9 gymnasts available because 7 are out with injury. Caitlin Garcia getting ready to go 5th in the lineup with Jade Carey to follow. And a 9.95 for Sophia Esposito. And that matches her career high. We've had 3 gymnasts in Oregon State's floor lineup match their career highs, and big celebration for Esposito.
Really
I love
it. Really awesome.
Sophomore from Melville, New York, and now one of their 3 captains, Caitlin Garcia.
Awesome height.
Oh, wow. 3 weeks ago, she had a career high 9.95 at home against San Jose State.
She is just packs such a powerful punch. Woo, almost too much on that straddle jump.
Elisa, we were talking about maybe there being a bit of a lack of energy in this building. It's as if they heard us because they are bringing the energy in this floor rotation.
Yeah, this Oregon State rotation, they are just so dynamic on floor. Katie Anachel has done a really awesome job. Her height on this double tuck makes it look so easy.
2-pass routine.
2-pass routine. Ends with this double tuck. So much height.
Oh, it's incredible.
Yeah, it is really, really fun.
Like those before her, Miller with a 9.9, Thompson with a 9.9, Esposito with a 9.95, all matching career highs. And now Caitlin Garcia, whose career high is a 9.95.
Yeah, crowds on their feet for a reason, because this is special. To land with your chest up that high. She did bend the knees a little bit extra there, but does a good job selling it. And we haven't talked yet. Yeah, we haven't talked yet about the stick chainsaw. Certainly the most, I think, the most unique stick thing out there. Although West Virginia has a plunger, a stick plunger that's a hat, which is a unique application of a plunger.
9.9 from one. Okay, the plunger's fine, but a chainsaw? How can you beat that?
Chainsaw. I wonder who gets to bring that on the plane. It's a special job for whomever gets to bring the chainsaw around.
Katie Anachel, some final encouragement for Jade Carey as she anchors the floor lineup, as she anchors every lineup.
This first pass that she does is truly, truly special. The double twisting, double back. I want you to watch how she kicks out of it. And what I mean by that is on that second flip, she opens up with so much time to find the ground. You're supposed to open up out of any tuck or piked element. It doesn't always happen, but these Oregon State tumblers have so much height that we've seen it across the board.
Which pass is that?
That is pass number 1.
Okay. She has a trio of 9.95s this year, including on Friday. Also has a pair of 9.9s. New choreography in early December. This is 3-time Olympic medalist, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, Jade Carey.
The last American winner of the gold on floor. Here's this double-double. And the kick out. It's a little bit of a big step back. Almost goes over the line, but you can step on it. You just can't go over it. Did not see a flag up. Front pass here that she'll end with a beautiful Cezanne right there.
They already have the 197 locked up. Can they beat their 197, 175 from Friday?
Beautiful float on those leaves. That has been a ubiquitous move in all of her floor routines. Double tuck. Or double pike to end. We'll see which one she goes with. Double tuck. Just a little bit of a adjustment with her back foot on that landing, but I'm being so picky because it's Jade Carey, because her level of precision is just so incredible. This first pass done first by Daniela Silavash. Double twisting, double back here. And right there, the kick out helps her find the landing, but woo! She could have kicked out a little bit earlier. Second pass required front tumbling element, and then the Cezanne done with such great control. Right in front of Athletic Director Scott Barnes. And again, just a little bit off. We talked about the second meet in a row in a long weekend. It can be hard for them, but this floor set for the Beavers was really special.
Yes, it was. Still awaiting Jade's score. Their high this year came on Friday, a 49.55. And she gets a 9.9, so 3 9.9s for Jade after the 9.875 on vault. She followed that up with 3 9.9s. 49.55 matches what they did on Friday, their season high. And it pushes them across 197.
Huge floor score there, but well deserved because they're tumbling. I mean, the whole package is fantastic, but their tumbling is so strong, so powerful. They land so well, and I really think they took Katie Onikel, their floor coach's charge, to heart. Keep it up and step it up. Raise the bar. They wanted to have their chest up higher on landings, and I think they nailed that.
And when you look at Jade Carey, the 9.875 and 3 9.9s, that is an excellent all-around, but it's not up to what she would normally do. And yet, 197.325 is their second best score this year to the 197.6 they had here at home 4 weeks ago.
And I said that off the top, that they still have room to grow. They have yet to put together 24 of their absolute best routines at the same time, and that's okay because it is early February. They've got a lot of time on the road to continue to hone their craft. And again, really, that first week in April, this NCAA regional is so important for their postseason hopes.
Avery Tillman's an exhibition on beam for Alaska Anchorage. Tillman's a sophomore from Martinsville, Saskatchewan.
Good save on the full turn. I like her doing that with the top leg straight. You can do that full turn in any sort of leg position. Side aerial, she's got to keep moving and connect that into the side. So we love that connection. Really difficult. They have undoubtedly the most geographically broad lineup. You have Saskatchewan, you have Guatemala, you have Jamaica, you've got Ontario, you have Mexico, New Zealand, Hawaii, all coming to Alaska.
And as we've discussed, they've also got the most frequent flyer miles.
Absolutely. Mr. Gaynor, step forward. Just a few errors in there, but I love the difficulty and unique elements in that routine. They do a lot of two-meet weekends, like we said. They go on the road.
Jane with a hug for Carly Chavez. Has let the air out of the balloon. Chavez coming up with an injury on her vault.
Really, really painful. Injuries are such an unfortunate part of the sport. She's, you know, standing next to Sydney Gonzalez, who we watched have an Achilles tear in front of us last year. It is just so hard to see.
And we, of course, don't know the extent of Chavez's apparent left knee injury. Senior from Clovis, California.
She's worked so hard to make the floor and vault lineups on this stacked team.
Her final year of college gymnastics. Let's have another look at what happened to her on vault.
So this Yurchenko 1.5, she debuted it at Auburn and unfortunately was still twisting when she landed. And you could tell right away that that was a rough injury to her left knee. So hard on, obviously, the whole team, senior leader for them.
Yeah, they're going to miss her in the vault and floor lineups. Carly Chavez, if indeed she is unable to continue.
Claudia Lessig in the exhibition spot. Just gorgeous flexibility on that switch leap to back tuck.
Sophomore from Spring, Texas, near Houston. Claudia Lessig for Alaska Anchorage.
Competed at World Champion Center, the gym run by Simone Biles, or excuse me, run by her mom, but everyone knows it as Simone's gym. And I really like that handstand into the gainer fold.
By the way, the 197.325 for Oregon State tonight bumps their average up to 196.875, which would bump them from 10th to 9th in the season averages, just ahead of Mizzou. There it is, 197.325. They knock off the Washington Huskies. Huskies now part of the Big Ten. And if you're not really familiar with college gymnastics, that point-and-a-half victory for Oregon State is like winning by 3 touchdowns. And again, 197.325, their second best score this year after the 197.6. And Jade Carey with a 9.875 on vault and then 3 9.9s.
There's her 1.5 vault. Just the tiniest hop forward.
I thought it should have scored better.
Yeah, I definitely thought it should have scored better. She has very, very few deductions in the air. And again, the new look bar routine that she debuted on Friday, just the hack salto instead of the fall, and gets a balance deduction there, balance check on her dismount. And this triple series, the front aerial to back handspring layout, one of the most difficult being done. And then the hop back on her gainer. Just a little bit off her game on landings.
But a full 10th off her game? Was that a 9.9 or should it have been maybe a 9.925? It's quibbling.
Yeah, they were being picky. There was a minor balance check of her arm after her series. And then,
so minor.
Yeah, just these minor things where what I don't like is being pickier on her than they are on other athletes, which I do think her vault was judged more harshly than the other vaulters because she's so much better.
39.575. Well, that is 1/10 off of her score on Friday. And it's 3/10 off her career high, 39.875. Jade Carey winning the all-around. We'll be back and wrap it up from Corvallis. Another good team score for Oregon State. Teams receiving their awards after this tri-meet here at Oregon State. 197.325 for the Beavers, their second best this year. In Washington, 195.7. And that is above their average of 195.075. Again, the team beset by injuries. 197.75 for Alaska Anchorage. Not as good as they did here on Friday, when they had a 191.825.
Really?
And you got a 39.575 for Jade, and winning the all-around.
Yeah, good practice for them, though, to get this two-meet weekend under their belt, to know now what they need to do in the future two-meet weekend scenarios to really feel energetic, physically, but also mentally dialed in for that second day of competition. The second day of competition in regionals is the most important one. It's the one that propels you to nationals. So that's that first weekend in April. They'll either compete on, hopefully, if they make it to the second day, that's either April 5th or 6th at one of the 4 regional sites. So that is what OSU's goal is, and they are capable of doing it. They just need to put 24 of their best routines together on the right day.
And I think they showed what they can do with that floor rotation. Again, it was a 49.55, matching their season high from Friday. They brought some energy here 3 days after having competed on Friday. So if they can do that here, come those regionals, they can do well that second day.
Yeah, and you saw they have so many 10-0 start value options on vault. They just need to clean up those landings. They're still trying to hone in on the bar lineup that gets them the maximum score, but they have a lot of depth there to choose from as well. The back end of the lineup gets incredible scores. They just need to figure out who in the front lineup is going to reliably deliver a 985 plus every week, and then Beam is Beaver Beam. That's exceptional. And then we watched 2 days in a row that floor lineup is so special, and even reeling after from the loss of Carly Chavez. Just really impressed with what they did today.
Sophia Esposito had a 995 on floor, and that matched her career high.
Her precision on the tumbling, the height is matched by her leaps as she dances across the OSU beams. I also really like the front head spring bounce there that she does. But I just think that she is coming into her own in her sophomore year. The presentation level just improves every time she's out on the floor.
And we're joined by Sophia Esposito, and we're going to talk about your night tonight. But first things first, we wanted to discuss the injury to your teammate Carly Chavez. We certainly don't know the extent of it, and like you and your teammates, we certainly wish her well. How's she doing right now?
I'm not too sure what happened, but it seems like something with her knee. She's doing okay right now. We're giving all the support we can, and hopefully she's okay.
Yes, we certainly hope so. Take us through your floor routine, matching your career high with a 9.95. Kind of continued what others before you had done. You were the third different person to match your career high. What was your mindset going in?
I was really confident. I've been working really hard in the gym to get my landings down and pointing my toes in my leaps and making my legs as straight as possible. So every 10th really counts, and it showed today, and hard work really paid off.
Your vaults are looking spectacular as well. Is that a place where you think you'll put in the upgrade anytime this year?
Yeah.
Coach said you've been training a different vault.
Yeah, right now I'm just doing a full, but I've been training a 1.5, but right now I'm going back to a double to see if I can get some landings on the harder landings. So my goal is to do a double by the end of the year.
We've been discussing the importance come April of that second day of the regionals, and that's what propels you into the NCAA championship. So you had 2 meets in a 4-day span. How difficult was it coming back after Friday to bring that energy that you brought to your final routines tonight?
It's not so difficult. You just have to really take care of your body on your day off and really hydrate and do all the treatments you can. And I think it was really good practice for us for the future. Yeah, I think we did great. It's not as difficult.
So the Beaver Beam lineup has been so spectacular. Can you talk about the mindset that you all have on Beam?
None of us are really nervous. I mean, a lot of us are nervous, but we really can contain it and control it, and that's what we work on in the gym a lot, and we do a lot of numbers, and we really do our mental choreography, and it really, really helps to do that. We all believe in each other, and we have a lot of trust in each other.
This is why gymnasts are so good at anything else they try after their careers are over. And Tanya Chaplin really talks about when she gets a gymnast under her tutelage, she wants them to be able to transition to the rest of their lives. Now, you being a sophomore, you got a lot more time here at Oregon State. What are your thoughts on that and what she brings for what's going to happen to you after your career is done?
I don't really know. That's a tough question.
You're not a child.
Right now I'm just living in the moment and really just here for the experience, and I really love it.
And the crowds here are fantastic, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are.